tuned to this. Whoops. So a couple of videos back, I did some big, wide Eddie Van Halen stretches, and hold on. I got an email from Daniela from New Mexico. Doug, while it's great that you can do those massive stretches, I have small hands and I'm trying to do those stretches. Help. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and break it down, and we'll do a deep dive into doing left hand stretches, and hopefully it won't kill your hand. Whatever you do, just make sure your hand is warmed up. You don't want to start your day doing massive stretches, because that's brutal. So if you've been playing and warmed up for maybe 20 minutes, a half hour, then get into it, as opposed to just picking up the guitar, sitting down and going dut, 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 dut. When you see Eddie, and you can see photos of this, you can see videos of this, anytime he does that massive stretch, his guitar is up like that. So you've seen the photos of that type of vibe. Although I think for Ice Cream Man, that's Ice Cream Man. Okay, when you see that, when you see this, it's bottoms up, or maybe even Eruption or Girl Gone Bad, depending on the era. But here's what I'm getting at: he never does a massive stretch that I've seen below the 12th fret. Think about it. Okay, so that's one. Like, you don't have to worry about doing something crazy down here at the 5th fret. I'm not saying he hasn't. I'm just saying right now, off the top of my head, I can't think of any. Secondly, your thumb has got to be, if you're playing those massive stretches, your thumb has got to be way, way down. Like, you have to be able to get to those. The only way you can do that is by putting your thumb way down. Like, way down. Look at that. That's way down, baby. So your thumb is way down. If you normally play like this, when the stretch comes, you're going to have to physically move your guitar. Like, you're going to have to manipulate that bad boy to get it into a comfortable position where something like that feels good to you, which probably will never. You want to give yourself as many advantages as you can. And another one is, if you're playing standing up, and if you've got a lot of stretching to do in a song, you might want to play with the guitar set relatively high. I know it doesn't look cool, but at the end of the day, you hear with your ears. I'd rather look a bit dopey on stage and be able to pull off one of these than have this slinging down to my waist, putting the foot up on a monitor, which, look, I think it's cheating, but I guess you got to do whatever you got to do. You know, I guess there is no such thing as cheating these days, because I won't get into that. The other thing you'll have to decide is, it's 3 notes per string, big stretch. You have to decide which 3 fingers you're going to use. Now, for Ice Cream Man, Eddie uses the 1, 2, and 4. It just means you're doing a massive stretch between these two, which I personally don't like, so I just do it this way. That feels a little bit better for me. So there's that one. That's the Ice Cream Man one. A lot of the other ones are like this E minor shape. The full bug one. The full bug stretch. That's a bit easier because this is a pattern. It's a 2-string pattern. Whereas this, you just go with it. And it's kind of like, if you can nail the very first one, which is 12, 15, 19 on that low E, and you just repeat that thing over and over and over again. So look, you can use all downs because it's hammer, down, 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 hammer, hammer, down, hammer, hammer. I usually notice, like with this particular stretch, because your thumb is kind of stuck down here, it's hard to kind of readjust to get to like a lick that you know. So I think that, you know, doing the stretch is half the battle. Ending the lick however you do it is the other half, because your thumb's down here and you gotta, like my thumb was down in that stretch position the whole time. What you can also do is, if you're trying to do this full bug stretch, maybe start a little bit smaller to get your hand used to the fact that it's being stretched. Do 12, 15, 17 instead. That also comes off as a bit of a wacky E minor pentatonic lick. So if you're... Like I mean, it has some notes in there that are a little bit out of the E minor pentatonic scale, like outside of it. So those could be your jazz notes. See, that feels weird on my fingers. Like I don't have control of that. It's because my thumb's down here. That felt better, but that was more sloppy. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you got to practice. And I know you've got soccer in the morning, underwater basket weaving in the evenings. Quickly go over the Eddie Van Halen box, which is in A if you're playing in A. Actually, we'll put it in E, because this will be harder. This will be challenging. So you got, what is that, 9, 12, and 15? Yeah, that's challenging. Yeah, look. Like I said, the good news about this is if you completely skip the B string, that's straight up diminished. Straight up diminished, son. So we've got this Eddie Van Halen box here. Let's employ an Eddie Van Halen run. And that's at the end of one of that's at the end of one of the Van Halen songs. Anyways, so, and that's a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get it? And it's up. All left hand work. Down, up. A bit of muting with your right hand, and it sounds great. Let's just put it up here. So, you're playing an E. And there you go. Quick recap. 1, you're going to have to position your guitar to where you can get to the stretch. 2, take your thumb, put it right down to the lowest half of the neck as you can, which, look, make it easy. And the only way to do a big stretch like that and make it easy is to get your thumb down. Just get your thumb down, because obviously it wraps around the guitar. You're able to do big, massive stretches. The third one is use the correct finger. First, you have to decide which feels better for you. That one or this one? I kind of feel that this one might feel better, but it's a big stretch between here. But this one, I don't know. I think this might be easier. It also depends on how good your third and fourth fingers are. And I can do a video on some strengthening exercises for these two bad boys. Or maybe it's these two you want to use. Like, yeah, this ain't for me, but it was for Ed and it works. And to not kill your hand, you'll probably want to warm up and play them slow, if anything. If you have really uber small hands, you can always tap.